do say. Never mind. I don't want to say that because I'm gonna offend you if I say it. I was gonna say something about it.
Hey, it's probably something that Robbie didn't already said to me.
It probably is. Rob, wait, he's in the comments right now.
Hey,
Get your
hey,
arm
look,
floaties.
it's probably something Robbie didn't already said to me before already, because Robbie's a nutcase. Robbie is a nutcase.
I was gonna say they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but that would imply that
No,
I would be
you're not
calling
going.
you old. So
That's fine. Listen.
I
That's
can't
fine.
say that. I can't
That's
say
fine.
that.
Listen, that's fine. Hey, listen, that is fine. Yeah, I'm old. I'm
I mean,
fine.
I think that somebody that still has a year left of college eligibility. I don't think you're old, Nate. So let's talk about that.
How you find that out? How you find out?
So Nate, I did a little digging. And I saw that you only played four years in college, which is what a lot of people do nowadays. They do the red shirt. A lot of people might red shirt their junior year and then go to the draft. Well, look, you still have a fifth year of eligibility remaining that nobody talked about because you had that red shirt year and you never did anything after your fourth year. So Nate, you could be in this year's NCAA football game. Did you know that? And you
I
don't have
didn't
to go
know that.
back to Arizona.
I did know that. And one thing, because we were just talking about, I'm so excited that NCAA is coming back out.
Oh my gosh, me too.
I
I think I'm
mean,
gonna buy it over Madden. I might not buy
man,
Madden this year.
I am so excited that NCAA is back out. You just don't understand. That was our thing in college. That was our thing. Playing NCAA and playing for like $10 a game. But at this time when I was in Arizona, PlayStation 3. It was a PlayStation 3, and it was just like, yeah. Oh my God.
Now that time it was what NCAA 08 or
Oh,
9 or
oh no, 07.
07.
Yeah,
Now
07.
who was on the cover of 07? Was that Reggie?
It might have been no. Reggie was
Oh,
04,
okay.
05, one of those.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you're right, because Reggie would have been in the NFL by now.
Yeah.
Hold up. I gotta look this up because there is a USC player on it. Oh no, it is Reggie Bush.
Yeah.
He was former USC player. Okay. Oh man, Reggie. I love Reggie Bush. Don't even get me started on Reggie Bush. His 1-2 punch with Pierre Thomas and that to go to that Super Bowl. Oh man, it's just like poetry in motion. But Nate, did you now? You didn't have your name in the game, but I'm sure you might have had a cornerback on Arizona that might have had the number 32 on it.
It was it's crazy because I was trying to find it. There was a still shot of me getting the interception on the video game.
Really?
Yeah, if I could find it.
Like when you're talking about when you load in the game and they show like all the steal shot stuff before you press any button to continue, you know what I'm talking about?
It was actually the still shot that you have like that when the game was getting ready to come out.
Oh.
If
Oh
I
my gosh. Well, you
I'm
did have that baller game against Oregon where y'all upset the number 2 team in the country and you got a
yeah,
couple picks that game, didn't you?
yeah. That was a big game, and snaps fans ran, because our game was on a Thursday, and we won that game, and shout out to Robert Shelton, who was the president of the school and the chancellor. He was like, you know what? He canceled all the classes for Friday.
Really?
We knocked
Oh
out
my
Duke,
god.
Oregon.
Let's freaking go. Now, if y'all have watched the first ever episode of The Breakdown, we put that same clip up on it. Actually, wait, I might still have it. Do I still have it? Wait,
You have it?
I still have it, but it is so grainy. Look at Nate. Look at him go. Nate, that's you in NCAA 07. That's you right there, Nate.
Yeah, that's me.
But guess what? That could be you in NCAA 25.
Oh my gosh.
You don't even have to go to Arizona. Think about it. You come back. No, don't even come back. You go to What would be the
Hey,
what's the college
hey,
in
Connor, you want to hear something funny? Rewind that
what?
video. Rewind the video. All right, wait,
Wait,
no,
look right here.
we're gonna go to a different angle. This is what's funny. That's Dennis Dixon. He's throwing the ball. That's my god brother that dropped the ball from Oregon. His name is Derek Jones.
Your god brother,
Yeah, that's my god brother. His name is Derek Jones.
and you just like I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to say you mossed him, but he should have had better hands than that. He's no Nate Ness though.
Mm-hmm.
No hate to the god brother. No hate to the god brother. If you want to come on, God brother, and let us talk about that one day out of the off season, no, you're more than welcome to.
Oh
Nate,
man,
you could. What's now? There's not an FBS team in Atlanta, is there? Yes, there is. No, there's not. Is there?
Georgia.
Yeah, but you're in Atlanta, so is there? I don't know. Where is Georgia Tech? Georgia Tech isn't. Is Georgia? No, Georgia Tech's not in Atlanta.
It is.
Can't
It's
be. Is
now.
it? Oh, it is in Atlanta. Okay, I thought so. I thought so. Rob said there's 3 FBS teams in Atlanta.
Rob, what are the three?
I know Georgia Tech. Okay, think about it. If Nate goes back to college, he can go to Georgia Tech. He can be a safety. He can be a safety. He doesn't have to be a cornerback and keep up with the young whippersnappers. But he could be a safety, and Nate could be in NCAA 25. Now get this, Nate. If you were in the game, you would be compensated for being in the game. You would get $600 and the copy of the game for free.
I'll take that. I'll take that. You
And you
know,
wouldn't even have you would have to pay for it. Like you could put that $600 in a savings account for your kid's college fund. You know, you could do anything unless your kid decides to be the next Nate Ness. You know.
no, he gonna be better than me. Both of them,
Oh
definitely.
man. Oh, I don't shoot. So that means they both gonna make the NFL.
Boy, my oldest son, this guy is he's special. Like he's special, kind of this guy. And you know what? He doesn't even play football. He's a track guy. He when I say this guy comes around that 200 that because he runs a 200 and he comes around for that last 110 and he just this guy goes, man. I didn't have what he has, and that's what's funny is like, I'm okay to say this. I've done everything. God has blessed me in so many aspects and so many avenues in my life. Watching my sons, watching my boys, my oldest son Tyler. When I say he's special, like everything that I wasn't, he is everything. I get emotional sometimes, like watching, because I'm just like, damn, because he's better than me. He is better than me, and I love
Now,
it.
does it bother you that he doesn't play football? Or are you completely
No,
okay with it that he's
you
using
know,
his talents to the best of his ability?
he's using his talents to the best of his abilities. Yet at that same time, the story for Nature and Lee Nash Jr., me, is still being written. That's me. This is my life. I need him to be Tyler. See that the world has me already. I need him to be him. So if that means you don't want to play football, hey, that's fine. That doesn't bother me. As long as you happy and you content with what it is that you're doing and you out there making a difference and you being the best that you can be. Ultimately, what it comes down to, and there's some fathers that's in here. When you have kids and when that time comes for you, Connor, you only thing you want to see is your kids be happy. And really, I want both of them, Tyler and Nemo, and Denny. I want all of them to be better than their parents. That be better than us. Don't be nothing like it. Be better than us. That's the only thing that matters to me.
But would you like? I mean, I would love seeing a little Nate Ness in the NFL down the road. You know how awesome that would be? What if you become the referee of the game that he's playing in?
I'm calling every penalty I can on I'm calling every penalty. He look at me wrong, unsportsmanlike.
You say you want him to be better than you, but it don't look like that's gonna happen if you sit there calling him penalties
I'm
the whole
calling
time.
penalty, throwing a flag, unnecessary roughness. Him right there.
Now, is there a certain position you could see him playing in the future?
Tyler, see, I'm 6'1". Tyler's 6'3". He's taller than me. I can see him. He's fast. I can see him playing receiver. He 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 go, he go. He can jump too. So it's like yeah, he can play receiver. So oh yeah,
But but I heard y'all had like a little basketball 1v1 and he dunked on you.
yeah. No, whoa, wait a minute. That's where I draw the line at, Connor. That's where I draw the line at. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me take my hat off now. That's where I draw
Oh
the line.
shoot.
That's where I draw the line at. He said something like that to me, like he disrespected, like he dunked on me, and I'm like, you too light in the butt. You're not there yet. Like my son can jump, Tyler can jump, athletic out this world, but young fella, Gator.
You are Gator. And Rob said he didn't say it this time. It wasn't Rob this time.
And man, Rob, I'm gonna see you tomorrow, Rob.
I don't 6'3" CB would be great. It would be great. It would be great. I mean, he could if he decides to kind of transfer to football, there's a nice little I know he's from California, but there's a nice little spot for
Oh
him over here at
wow,
Mississippi
Mississippi
State.
State, Penn State.
I mean, I could name a couple cornerbacks that are doing pretty good in the NFL right now from State. Might to entice him to come over here.
There's a couple of decent corners in there from State, that came out.
Decent.
Darius Slay. Hey, Jonathan Banks was cold when that came. Banks was cold. Don't know what.
Well, he's not a cornerback, but Jonathan Abrams, he had a pretty okay season.
Really?
Right on the Saints, yeah, he was elevated from the practice squad, and then against a game at the end of the season, I can't remember if it was against the Buccaneers or someone, he had a forced fumble and an interception, and maybe he might have recovered the fumble too. I can't remember, but he had a pretty dang good game.
Really?
Yes, and then you have Emmanuel Forbes got drafted in the first round, and then someone who I didn't expect to be so good that he is, Martin Emerson Jr. on the Browns.
Okay.
Yeah, Georgia does have some good ones. I mean, you can't. Might not be able to compete with Georgia. There are some good Georgia safeties at the Senior Bowl, like what's his face, Tyke Smith, I think his name is,
Yeah.
and there's another one. They are dogs. I was watching them practice. They are dogs. Yeah, and Abrams is finally healthy. He got cut because he was injured. And then we have, I think, Cameron Dantzler's from State, but he's on the practice squad, I think.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm gonna talk about some Saint stuff today, which is why I'm gonna give us definitely enough time to talk about these next couple picks in the mock draft.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he did go to State, Cameron Dantzler. But man, I'm excited for the draft. Now, I think eventually what I want to do, Nate, is because a lot of these draft picks are susceptible to change if a trade were to happen before the draft, or like if Chicago obviously doesn't accept Justin Fields' fifth option for his contract, I picked Chicago trading the pick away, but there's still a world where they trade away the pick if they don't accept it, but it's very unlikely. It's very, very, very unlikely.
Very unlikely.
Oh, were y'all talking about the combine today? You and Rob?
No, it started yesterday. We were talking about it. Yesterday. I think I think we were. I'm drawing a blank.
Is it? I thought it started on Thursday's usually when it starts, doesn't it?
No, you know what? They're there.
I usually starts on.
No, they're there. I think they're answering questions, but as far as
it's like media time.
Yeah.
But like they don't show it on TV till Thursday.
No.
Because I don't want to see like another Chris Jones 40-yard time. Do you know what I'm talking
about? They just he just did an interview with them in regards to his 40.
His 40. Where was he? You talking about like the Kelsey podcast?
Man, yeah.
Oh man, it was so like when that happened, it was so funny. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, Viewer discretion is advised. If you want to go and look up his 40-yard dash, it will show what we're talking about. They don't blur it out. Somebody's has it on YouTube because I've seen it live, but I've also searched it up. Not like in a weird way, but it was funny. It was funny. It was humorous. So especially watching it live, you don't expect it to happen. But please, if viewer discretion is advised again, if you want to look up Chris Jones 40-yard time, who actually went to Mississippi State, if you do want to look it up, Be my guest. It is hilarious. You'll laugh your butt off. But Nate, viewer discretion. I only say about that, but there's no viewer discretion on the breakdown. You can watch it in the bathroom. You can watch it in your house, anywhere. You can watch it on top of the roof. You can watch it anywhere. So why not? Like, what are we doing, Nate? I mean, if I could, I would put up the 40-yard dash up here.
I would run again.
But it's not.
I would really run. Yeah, I would run.
Okay, let's say you go back to college.
All right.
What would be your 40 time?
Right now?
Let's say right now. I mean, you probably haven't done it.
I can legit run 4.4.
A 4.4? That's like barely slower than DK Metcalf. I think DK runs like a 4.34.
He runs a 4.3. Like, again,
a 4.3.
His get off is ridiculous. Him, Tyreek Hill, those guys, they're a different type of fast.
But Tyreek Hill doesn't even have the fastest 40 time.
No, John Ross does 4.22.
Yeah, but and Tyreek Hill's like the fastest freaking player I've really ever seen. I don't think I've ever seen anyone faster than him on the field.
Cheetah is
ever.
The Cheetah is something else. This guy, this guy is something.
And I mean you go ahead, Nate.
Yeah, he's something. Cheetah's something else. It's the funny thing about it is you can coach a lot of things, but you can't coach speed. You cannot coach speed, whether you like it or not. Jack said he hit a 4.9.
I honestly think now people like to say they can run this, that, and whatever on a 40. Like they could run a 4.4. I can't run a 4.4. Like there's no way I can run a 4.4. But I think there is a world. 5 flat is usually like your fastest lineman. I think there is a world where I can run faster than 5 flat. I think I could. Give me a couple weeks. I think I could run faster than 5 flat. I think I can hit the 4.
Think you can hit the 4?
I think I can hit 4. And I think I can hit 4.9 without my hamstring suffering irreversible damage. And then whatever happened to Chris Jones happened to me. I'll be a little bit better. I might be like the more of the Jason Kelsey type player, as he was talking about on the podcast. You know what I'm talking about? My dad said 5 flat. He said that's easy. He said that's easy. I don't know because I started in high school. I swapped from the speed sports like football and track and stuff. I never did track, but I started doing powerlifting, so I didn't have any conditioning. So I hadn't conditioned in a minute. Like when I play basketball and I go full haul, I can't go more than an hour. I will get dog tired. If I'm just playing around and doing whatever, trying to hit fadeaways and little step backs, it'll last a lot longer. But Rob said Jordan Davis runs a 4.78. That's crazy. Does he actually run that fast?
Yeah, he really does.
My gosh.
He killed the combine. Jordan Davis killed the combine when he came out.
That is insane. And I think the Eagles drafted him with the Saints pick that year.
Thanks for just giving it up.
Because we drafted up to get Trevor Penning. But I will tell you right now, if you think we're going to draft another tackle in the first round, you are mistaken. We have drafted probably 7 tackles in the last 10 years in the first round. I'm tired of it because none of them pay off. But this year, we're going to draft a player who's going to be electric, who's going to be so good. And you're going to see it in the mock draft later, Nate. You're going to see it in the mock draft.
Yeah.
They drafted all dogs. Yeah, they drafted Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. He's right. And
No,
I think they
and
drafted
Mingo.
Ringo.
Ringo.
Yeah, they did draft an all dogs off defense, which could be good and could be bad. But you know what the Georgia Bulldogs haven't done? Haven't had the most players invited to the combine since 2003. Do you know who holds that, Nate? Michigan Wolverines. They hold, I think it's 18 players. They hold the record for the most players since to the combine
I was
since
very about to say. I
they
thought it was
invited to the
Alabama.
combine since 2003. In
Thought you were.
Georgia, as good as Georgia was, they didn't have that many players.
Are you sure? Rob,
Based on Instagram and all the stuff I've seen, yeah, I'm pretty positive. But Rob, you can fact check us. You can fact check us. Go ahead and fact check us real quick.